No. Let me go.
Tight.
Loose.
Clean. Clinch master. Bruh.
Let's go.
All right, how you feeling today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Can you hold my cup, please?
Sure.
Thank you, so I can get situated.
While I do that, welcome to another episode of 1,000 Questions from Mars. I am your host, Mars.
And I'm King Gerald Jones, the Great.
And this show is about, do you want to tell them, King?
No, because I did it last time.
Okay, well, this show is a spinoff of the 1,000 Bodies podcast, where me, Mars, I asked King Gerald about his experience with being with over 1,000 women. And I asked that from a woman's perspective, a girlfriend's perspective, and we have a real couples chat.
Absolutely.
About it.
You summed it up pretty much well.
Okay. All right. So you just filmed a show.
I did.
This was a very interesting show because I'm about to jump right into it.
Okay. Was it interesting?
It was. The story was thought-provoking.
Oh, was it? Okay.
For me.
Okay, well, let's see.
It sparked some questions.
I'm all ears.
And then I guess, yeah. So let me just tell what the story was about. So in the Body Bowl this week, he pulled a girl from that he had met at one of his cousin's functions. They were feeling each other, they were vibing, and they ended up going to the LA County Fair. And she was being a little too flirtatious with some guys at the fair, and so Gerald ended up leaving her there.
I did. Before we even get into it, do you think that was wrong, right? Good,
well, that's
bad?
one of my questions.
Oh.
I think that was wrong.
Okay, cool.
I think it was a bit extreme.
Okay. Why do you say that?
So what happened was this was like technically like y'all first date, right?
Yeah, first.
Right.
Yeah.
And she was, the guy, they were standing in line for a ride. The guy made a joke and she laughed hard. And so the guy kept making jokes. She kept laughing at his jokes. And then he ended up kind of like being in y'all group. Right. And she was just kind of like, with it. To me, the reason why it was extreme is because it was your first date. You could have been like, hey, this ain't cool. I'm not feeling it. To the girl. And y'all could have left. I don't think you had to leave her.
That's the thing. Well, are we getting into it? We getting into it. We into it. Getting into it. We into it already.
Yeah.
So I think I described on my podcast like I'm strongly believe in letting the woman do what she want to do because she's going to do that regardless.
Yeah.
No matter how upset you get. So I'm not in the business of teaching a woman how to be a woman. Mm-hmm. I'm not in the bit. We were grown at that point, so you know what's right and wrong. And if you don't, that's cool too.
Right.
But you're not about to do that shit around me. So I personally think we at the age where we know the difference between right or wrong, good or bad. We know what we're doing. And even if you test in a situation, you know what you're doing too. So I'm gonna give you an A on that test that you're trying to test.
But you couldn't have told her like, "Hey, this is not cool.
That's what
I'm leaving."
No, that's what I think. That's what I'm trying to say is I'm not teaching nobody or telling nobody how to behave. Mm-hmm. It was clearly not a good connection after the connection. So, and you're clearly not the woman for me. You might be a good woman for somebody else, but I'm not with that. So I'm not about to tell you, oh, you need to be not doing. No, I'm not doing that shit. I'm a grown ass man. Mm-hmm. And plus, you was fresh off of some slong.
How you know?
Mines.
Oh.
The night before. So this is how you act with new slong? Imagine how you gonna act with in-house. That in-house.
But that's and I agree. Like you shouldn't have fucked with her because you a little bit.
But you just think I shouldn't have left her?
Yeah, I just think you shouldn't have left her. I think you should have not dealt with her no more.
So I should have took her home.
I do.
Of course, not of course, but as a woman, I guess you don't want to get left
because this was a few years ago, like probably before Uber,
right? Absolutely.
So she was really probably stranded.
Right. She should have, that nigga that was laughing, she was laughing.
I hope she laughed her way into his car.
But that's the crazy part is obviously it was something not happening with him or taking him home or not because your mama calling. So she got to go get
He
you.
probably ain't even have a car.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, because if he had a car, it wouldn't have been no need for you to call your mom or for all the shenanigans. You would have been like, okay, take me home and whatever. So
the only
you
reason
played yourself.
I guess I'm guilty of acting a way that I don't know that may be perceived in a negative light. And so for me, and it's just a part of like my naivety, like sometimes I've been guilty of acting away and somebody had to tell me, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't realize that was perceived that way. That wasn't my intent. Now, maybe she should have known, or maybe, and she may have been just flirting because women will do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was going to say, not to cut you off, but I'm educated enough to know to perceive the difference between consciously not knowing what you're doing or being friendly. I'm not an asshole, so I'm not about to be like, oh, you talking to
this is the thing. You say you're not an asshole. I don't think that's what social media thinks. So you kind of not have to, but right now it's kind of like your space to explain to people why you do the things that you do.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Social media thinks sure.
And I accept that because I'm not gonna say I'm an asshole, but I'm cool until you do something to me. So with that being said, I'm educated enough to know when it's innocent banter, innocent. I'm not tripping about her laughing at a nigga joke. I laugh too, like I said. But it's I can tell the difference between.
Kept going.
I can tell the difference between a rat and a woman.
And now he's walking around a fair.
This nigga's walking around like
let's go.
Absolutely. Like,
next thing you know, his arm was gonna be around her.
Come on, man. I'm like I said, and I know the difference between, like how you were saying, you probably had experience where you were being a little too laughing or whatever the case, the word is or whatever. I'm not retarded and not understanding that is. But if I see that you on some, plus I just took you down, so and it was easy. So now I was giving you, because I'm not mad about taking you down on the first night and being easy, because y'all
were vibing.
We were vibing, cool. And I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But you just proved that was hoe shit and not vibe shit.
Got you. That makes sense now that you said.
I know it's always gonna make sense with me. I'm not. I'm not for real.
But okay. So one of my times where I was guilty of that is, I was at my friend's wedding and I was in a relationship with my ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
And it's like the end of the wedding, like everybody's really drunk because she had an open bar the whole time. Oh my gosh, Hennessy is flowing. And so her cousins, my friend's cousins, are there, and they're guys. And they're telling jokes, they're laughing. They're a funny group of guys.
Right.
So we're all laughing. Oh, my girlfriend I must have been laughing too hard.
That's crazy, man. Like I said,
do you know, like, she pulled me out of there, like pulled me out, so and like but like we didn't even get out good before she's like, you laugh so motherfucking hard in these niggas' faces, and like she cursed me out, and like we ain't even, they looking like, damn, she get cursed out, like and I'm like, I didn't. First of all, to me, this is different. We're at a wedding, so these are my friends' family. Right. So I'm not thinking.
Well, no, I don't think. I mean, I don't agree with your ex-girlfriend or whatever, but I don't think that's the reason why she should be lax as because niggas is.
Well, yeah, and that was her
rules
thing.
In sheep clothing, so it could be anywhere.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm not saying that she shouldn't have. I'm just saying I wasn't thinking none of it because I'm like, you see me here, but her thing is that men are always going to test it, especially because she was a woman.
Agree.
They don't take her serious.
To her benefit and her, I agree. Yeah. She should have been on stand guard. Yeah, I agree with that point that you said. What she, I don't think it was right ultimately, but in her feeling and from
somebody coming in here
from her perspective, when at that point, yes, I do agree. Yeah, what she's saying. Niggas don't take her serious, so now she got to kind of be a little more on it.
Which is why I say, in the moment, like when I was doing it, I didn't realize that. But when she told me, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that it could be perceived that way. Right. So that's why I'm like, you got to like at least tell me, because I be like, I'm just vibing, having fun.
I have another point on my behalf too. Let's say it was me and you. Right now, I'm confident enough to know who I am, not just anyone, any dating. I'm confident in knowing who I am and where I sit. I just met that girl.
Yeah.
So there's true. no we don't I don't know who we are now. So there's no confidence in me saying, "Oh, go laugh with that nigga. You can laugh not with him, but laugh it up, whatever." Okay. So I mean, people can think what they think. That's cool, but well, they don't know me. I'm educated enough to know the difference between what's going on and not going on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's back up to the beginning of the story where you started to tell the story. You know, you met when you went to your cousin's function. You weren't really expecting to like really meet any women or anything like that because you had a girlfriend.
not just because of the girlfriend, but we will answer that question. I more so was not expecting to meet no woman because my cousin's friends are not that attractive. So
he wasn't really banking on nobody being
I've seen her friend. We're going to barbecue with her friends. I've seen all of them.
Yeah, except for this one.
Yeah, exactly.
So you had a girlfriend.
I did.
Were you in an open relationship or were you just cheating?
I was cheating.
Okay.
I was cheating. This was younger Gerald.
Okay.
So I was cheating, being dishonest.
Mm-hmm. So your girlfriend wasn't like, where you at and where you been all weekend or nothing?
I was grown.
Okay.
Well, I don't. Do I want to tell? Well, no, I could tell you. I could tell you, but I do. Do I want to reveal this?
Or what?
So, at the time, my girlfriend lived in Lancaster.
Oh, I see. So she didn't know your LA business.
Yeah, exactly. I
know that. I live far apart from. Right. So the nigga could be doing anything in LA.
Exactly.
You know, and it's not like she could pop up on you.
Exactly.
Okay. So I know you said she was too friendly. What did you expect her to do in this situation of the guy like what did you expect this woman to do that you had just met?
Well, I don't expect her to do nothing but what would you expect of a good woman. Yeah. Laugh. That's cool. We laughing, but all the shamars don't have to be showing. All her teeth. He didn't have to know that she had 32 teeth or 31 because one of her back wisdoms was. He didn't have to know that. So laugh, but come on now. You making eye contact. Everything she did is what I was
like inviting him.
Exactly.
Do you think she should have like said something like, "Oh, like we're gonna go now"?
No, she don't got to say that. Her body language would have said it all. Her like you said, the key word inviting. Her invitation was the reason why he was like, "Oh shit, men are men." Like your ex-girlfriends, niggas know, so they testing it. So he's like, "Oh shit, she's still looking and laughing, and she ain't." It was all body language. She shouldn't have to say nothing. And I will tell you this: I don't know if I said it or explained it in my podcast, but I was a different Gerald then.
Okay, so, and what do you mean by that?
I would just strictly now. I'm still like that, where I'm gonna let you fly, let you do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. But right then, I'm about to really let you. I'm not gonna say nothing to the nigga. I'm not gonna say nothing to you. I'm just gonna evaluate, and then I'm out. Mm-hmm. Now I probably would have I would have looked at the nigga, "What's up, man?" Like now I'm more aggressive, Gerald.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "What's up, man?" And it probably would have been.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that's kind of bold of him.
Yeah, and I'm not. You learn from experience. So I was about to say I hate that, but that's who I was. Yeah. Then. But now, nigga, what's up, man? I would have been like, "What the fuck? What's going on?
What's going on, man?
What's up, homie?"
Yeah.
Like it would have really been, and now she would have really had to pick or choose what the fuck is going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was pretty bold of him. Like I could see if he would have like snuck it off to the side.
And I will say this too, and I remember I probably didn't explain it. He was older than me.
Oh,
you could tell, he wasn't.
So he like, I'm about to take this little nigga bitch.
I'm about to take this little nigga bad bitch.
Yeah. Of course.
So that's my bad for not explaining that. Okay. I'm pulling his tickets and I'm trying to think of the story as it's going. So I didn't address that. He was clearly, older than me and more mature than me and whatever.
I was gonna say, well, what was your breaking point? Like, when did you know that I'm about to leave this girl?
When we got off the ride. So he told the joke and the conversation and the laughing was in the line. So the line went to the fair, long line fair. Right. Boom, off the ride. So now as we off the ride, this nigga's still walking with us and she's like still laughing and, inviting. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm about to leave this bitch. This is a wrap.
Okay.
So right then,
Okay.
had she did all this shit she did, got on the ride, and then was like, just maybe grab my. I don't know what I expect her to do. To be honest with you, I think that it was just her body language was inviting.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like me, I'm just naturally friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like to call it flirtatious, but sometimes people take that the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I know for me, if he would have kept, I'd be like, all right, we about to go get something to eat. Like
Right.
I would have, like,
Right.
whether my body language was wrong and
Right.
I maybe invited him too much, I would have, like, off the ride, I would have been like, okay. Like,
Yeah.
it was funny
Right.
in the line. We're all
Right.
in line. We don't have nothing else to do. But off the ride, I think
Right.
she could have cut it off right there. Have you ever left any other girl
Yeah.
like that?
Absolutely.
How many times have you left?
I don't know. I don't play like that, man. Because we grown, bro. We fucking grown. You know what the fuck you doing, man. And if you don't,
left with no explanation.
That's the best. Because if I'm gonna give you an explanation, I might as well stay.
Yeah.
I don't play
that
like
means
that. Man.
I'm giving you a chance.
I'm giving you a
stop
chance.
Me from
yeah,
leaving.
and even not even in just leaving somebody. And I don't know if it's good, bad, right, wrong. But the way I am in dating, if you do something I don't like, I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah.
It's too many. Vice versa for her too. There's too many people out there to recognize the King Gerald and have a good vibe, and for me to be accepting bullshit or any kind of shenanigans. So I really just be shaking, man.
So after you left, did you ever have a conversation with her again?
No. But I think I said no. I never had a conversation again. But I seen her a year ago. Mm-hmm. It might have been probably let's say a year ago on social media because my friend started putting up old pictures and shit.
Yeah.
And I saw her. She tagged her. I went to her pages and I saw her.
She still looks good. Yeah. Go girl.
Yeah.
But okay, so with that, would you have a conversation with her, or it's just not worth it?
Just to fuck. If I was gonna do that, just to fuck. I'm not. If you retarded, you still retarded.
I wonder what she would have to say about the situation.
She a hoe.
How do you know this girl's a hoe?
Well,
just based off the one interaction.
Okay, let's not say she a hoe. Let's not say she a hoe. She did some hoe shit. Yeah. So I'm not too much interested. People will be who they are.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, you can't change, but I'm not willing to try to figure it out or find out. They will have to report you on TV as the new Virgin Mary or something for me to think that you changed.
Oh no, poor girl. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think those are the end of my questions about the body bowl.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
I do.
Okay.
I get it's a not two part. It's like have you ever had a one night stand?
No.
And poor baby.
Sorry.
And then the second question: have you ever had sex on the first night? Because there's a difference between a one night stand and sex on the first. Right. A one night stand I hit and it was no. You could have sex on the first night, but we still talking, still dating, and it actually evolved to something. Because I've had it where I had sex on the first night, but it evolved to something.
Right.
So have you? You said no on a one night stand.
No one.
But have you ever sex on the first night and then y'all?
No. First night. Oh, I want to say yes.
Why do you want to say yes?
I can't remember the guy though.
You need to tell your Thousand Bodies podcast.
I can't remember the guy, but because I have had so this is where I learned as a woman, it doesn't matter the timing of when you have sex with a man. He's going to treat you the way that he's going to treat you pretty much.
Absolutely.
Because I've waited and had sex and then we didn't talk after that. Like I waited a few days and had sex, and then I know I had sex like faster than what I thought. Oh yeah, I did have sex on the first date. Yep. And we ended up talking for like 6 months.
Right. And so that's what I'm glad you just broke the myth or the stereotype or whatever that fast sex is bad sex. But it don't matter. Like you said, I think you hit the nail on the head when you said a man already gonna know what don't get me wrong, there's little things that can be tweaked or said or experienced, or he can learn about you that be like, let me spend some more time with her. Right. And vice versa. I'm really
I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm really about to hit and be done. So you're right. It doesn't matter whether you wait or not, he knows what the fuck he's gonna do.
Yeah. That's why I say have sex with the man that you want to have sex with. Like, don't use these bargaining tools, or don't use, whatever myth that you've heard. If you feeling the guy, have sex with him. If there's something that makes you not really want to have sex with him, but maybe he's done all these things, don't have sex with him. Like,
Right.
That's on you. It's your body, and you got to live with that body.
Right.
So,
Right.
have the sex you want to have. Let's see, what else?
Next question. I'm asking you got more questions, or are you
No,
done?
I'm done.
Oh no. Okay, well,
this was a short podcast.
It was, because now I'm just getting strictly to the stories or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When I blow up a little more, I start giving out game. But as of now, I'm just telling my experiences and what goes on with that. I was going to ask you in reverse, what would you have done had the roles been reversed? You went on a date with a guy, and he's, I guess, being a little flirty with another woman. Same thing. Y'all get on at the fair. Y'all get on a ride. You like, damn, nigga, you like talking to this bitch, and y'all done got off the ride. Now he's inviting the bitch, and what would you have done?
I would have left.
What if you drove?
If I drove, I would have told him, like, hey, I'm a leave. You can either leave now or you can stay here. Yeah. You wanna know?
Do you think that's worse? I think that's worse than
you
leaving.
Think so?
Yes, because you doing too much explaining.
I'm a woman.
I know, and that's why I said in reverse. I knew. Of course, it's not going to be the same because woman, man. But I knew that it is just different.
Yeah.
Like, and then you saying that you do. If it was me now, and I'm not doing all that fucking talking. I'm not doing all that. Bitch, you knew what the fuck you did. I hope you beep that out or don't beep it out. You knew what the fuck you doing. You know what the fuck. But that's what I will say too. So she was bad. Like I emphasized on the show, she was bad. So she really knows what she's doing. Like, bitch, you into this. You probably had niggas fighting before.
Yeah.
You did this shit before. She know what she was doing.
I had a guy. I'm not even gonna say he flew me out because I flew myself out.
You got flew out?
I didn't. He didn't fly me out.
Oh, you flew?
I flew myself out.
Okay.
And he kind of was like I guess he had just broke up with his girlfriend, but I didn't know that.
Right.
And she moved. They were living together, and she moved into the apartment complex next to his.
Okay.
So while I'm there, he's kind of treating me like he's entertaining their breakup. Like she's calling because she sees me there, and he's like entertaining that situation. So it was like, you really don't even need me here.
Right.
And of course, I didn't just jump back on a plane. But I just kind of let him, like do his own thing, and left as soon as I could. And then, of course, when I got back, he felt bad, and he's apologizing. But it's like, nigga, you shouldn't. Why you even have me come out to make her jealous? Can't you do that with a bitch in Texas? Like, you didn't have to fly me out here and waste my time. So I have had somebody pretty much have me around and entertaining somebody else.
Yeah, that's all bad.
Was
like I said,
horrible.
I don't play. So I get that shit out there. Like, I don't be playing with people, bro. Because that's what I feel. I really feel in my heart. Don't get me wrong, there's some cases, but people know what they're doing. We're grown. And even if you don't, you should know. And that's even not worse, but that's just as bad because you're too old to be that dumb.
I've been so guilty. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But oh well. All right. You got another question for me?
No. Do you want to divulge any kind of information, or is there anything you want to say about after us chopping it up, conversing, do you still feel I was wrong for leaving the girl at the...
No.
Oh, you didn't ask me nothing about my grandma. Did you?
Yeah, your grandma is a savage.
Yeah, exactly. Man, there's been other things, and hopefully I get to other story.
His grandma told, like, the girl's mom had called his cousin who had hooked them up, and the girl's mom was going off, and his grandma was like, fuck that bitch. He should have left her. I hope I can be that kind of mom to my son, but I'm so like, neutral. And try not to.
Yeah, I mean, trying, because I'm not going to say neutral because you don't think so, but my grandma thought she was ultimately wrong.
Yeah.
So my grandma don't play like that. So
Right.
she about to let you know. Versus neutral, yeah. If your son is wrong, hopefully you'll be able to convey to your son like, hey, you're wrong. You shouldn't have did
Yeah.
that. So hopefully you be that kind of mom.
But his grandma went off. But you always need somebody that got your back, like
Yeah.
good or bad. Like they gonna,
Yeah, that's how
go off for you.
my grandma yeah, she had my back, whatever, right or wrong. But if I was wrong, she'll just be quiet. She won't get in it.
Okay.
If she won't get in it, she's not gonna go
Okay.
crazy. She's not gonna go crazy if I'm wrong.
Because I got family members that's gonna go crazy if I'm dead wrong.
Yeah.
Like I could murder somebody right in front, and they're gonna be like, "No, because that motherfucker made her pull the trigger."
Right.
Like,
right.
no,
my grandma not like that. She if I'm wrong, she's gonna be quiet.
Okay,
But
that's respectable.
But if I'm right, she about you. She gonna go crazy. She went crazy on that girl. It's other events, like I said, my grandma I'm just thinking about it right now when she go. That's how you are, I guess, when you get older as a woman. Like you don't give a shit.
Yeah,
you
about to say anything. Old people don't care.
Right.
Okay. So, have you seen? I guess we could just have a little banter for a few minutes. Have you seen Neo's girlfriends?
I haven't. I've seen different incidents. I haven't seen his, like you saying, as far as look wise. I've seen little
clips and things.
Yeah, but I haven't really just focused on.
Yeah, so like I think he's been with these women for a minute now.
Right.
And they always end up showing them on the Shade Room or something like that. And the women are nice looking women.
I was going to ask you, are they attractive?
They're attractive Black women.
Mm-hmm. Are they ignorant?
I don't know.
Because I remember seeing one, I guess he broke up with the baby mama.
This is his ex-wife. She's stupid.
Okay, yeah, she was ignorant.
She's stupid. So these women, so at first there was like 2. And then there was 3.
Oh, yeah.
Now there's 4.
I'm probably gonna probably find a video. Oh, it's 4.
It's 4 now.
And here I am with 1. I'm gonna.
You've had plenty.
I'm probably gonna do a video. If I'm gonna find that video, and I'll probably do a green screen on it.
He has 4 now.
Oh shit!
And so to me, like I understand the polyamory. I respect it because to me it's like I don't know why y'all think these men with status will only have one woman when they have thousands of women at their fingertips. I mean, so to me, I'm happy that he's out about it, but I also want him to not get so caught up in it and make sure these women are still genuine.
Exactly. Oh, absolutely. Because
I feel like you just keep adding them on, and so they seeing that in the media and it's attracting them, and they're just getting added on for the wrong reasons.
I think even like we had talked about on our show that we're picky. I'm picky. Yeah. I'm not gonna bring nobody into us if you're not qualified.
Right.
So I think a lot of men do lose touch of the genuineness, and then they're just like, oh, well, I have the money, I got the status.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We got to be real about it. If Neo didn't have money or status, most women wouldn't give him a chance.
Right.
And that's just, I'm not trying to be mean about it. I'm just trying to be honest about it. So now that these women, they're attractive women, now that they're reaching out to you, that it's going to be something about your status. Maybe not your money. Maybe they have their own money, and you keep adding them. You gotta be careful.
I don't think he should add them. I think he should just have sex with them, or invite them to the bedroom or whatever, or maybe not, depending on him and his maybe 2. Yeah, his 2, because it's not too many women that care about you and love you. Yeah. I could even count on my hand out of the 1,000 bodies. I probably could count on my hand the women that genuinely cared about me and loved me. As smart as I am, as handsome as I am, as paid as I ain't paid. I'm playing.
Certified electrician.
Right. Right. And I can honestly count, on my one hand out of the 1,000 bodies, women that genuine. So for this man, this fool, to think he found 4 women that fast and they about him, you're a fool. But again, he might not be a fool. He might just be playing into the status. But don't say they're your girlfriend.
Yeah. He's like, this is my pyramid.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, and I could feel like, because I already know he don't really know. Because like I said, he probably haven't had women his whole life.
Exactly.
And so the women he has acquired, it's been because he's been rich. Number one, and the reason I know that even before the multiple girlfriends, the woman that he married, chose to settle down with, she was a fan. Right. You saw her in the audience. Right. You met her in the audience. You didn't meet her doing her own thing with her own shit going on. Right. She was a fan.
Right. But yeah, like you said, and I think that's a key component of this is that he didn't have women before.
Yeah.
So he don't really know how to behave or act or carry this out. He just know the money is bringing it versus if it were me or if it was somebody who really understood this, studied it, and had the experience with multiple, like even experience with being, like I could tell he didn't have the experience the way he was letting his baby mama talk to him.
Yeah.
Like you're a fool.
Yeah, she talked crazy.
Yeah, you're an idiot, homie.
Let me ask you about one other celebrity relationship, because I always be seeing these and I'll be wondering what you think. So Krishan,
it's an earthquake.
It is an earthquake.
What time is it now? It's an earthquake.
103.
103. Earthquake in Los Angeles.
On what day?
Y'all see Sunday. Y'all hear it here first. All right, Krishan.
Krishan and Blueface.
Right.
They got married.
Right.
Recently.
Okay. And while he was in prison?
While he's in prison.
Okay.
And so his other baby mama is like kind of tweeting about it, posting about it, and she's trying to act unbothered by it. Mm-hmm. But she is.
Okay.
What do you think? Why do you think Blueface would marry Krishan and not his first baby mama that has 2 of his kids? Like, why do you think he would marry?
I could not tell you. I couldn't tell you what's on that man's mind. Because if it was me and you're so open with it and they know about each other, you might as well just have both of them.
Yeah.
And they know each other. They've met. They've been in the same room. So that, I don't know. You would have to ask that man. I don't know why he would do that and not just bring both of them in the home and whatever.
Because sometimes I wonder that, like, I'll see men, and I know plenty of men who's done this. They have, kids with multiple women, and they'll pick one, and like I don't like. Was it just you pick one out the hat? Like.
Well, what is attractiveness wise? Physically, I think he's superficial.
Yeah.
So physically, Krishan looks better than the SpongeBob baby mama. So maybe that could be it,
Yeah.
And then he was running to her though when him and Krishan was into it. So I think that just simply just a rest haven when he's mad at Krishan. He goes, but he ultimately
goes back and forth.
But I think he ultimately wanted to be with or be in the face of the public with the more attractive one.
Okay.
Which was Krishan. But in that case, bro, you should I can't tell that man what to do. He rich and
I know.
and dumb. So I can't tell him what to do. But if it was me, if I was in a situation, they would just both be my women. Because they know each other. They've seen each other. So.
They've been on lives together. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this. For Krishan or even for the first baby mama, I forget what her name is. Like, you probably think, Krishan probably think that she won because she got the ring. Yeah. You haven't.
Well, why not?
She hasn't. Because it's superficial. Oh, okay. That shit don't mean nothing to him. Right. He's still going to play in both of y'all face and go back and forth.
Right.
Because he can, and that's what he's been doing. So maybe he needed to tell you to marry you to shut you up, kind of like a Cardi B and Offset thing. I don't know.
But why shut her up? I don't even think that. I don't even think that because I was watching in the research. I just thought about this real quick. Watching one of the episodes, I really wasn't a fan of that. But I remember, I didn't even watch the episode. I take that back. It was a meme going around where he was checking her in the car. And he was telling her, you're going to fit around my program. Right. And she's like, what So I don't know what. Conjugals.
So.
Conjugal visits.
Yeah.
Conjugal visits. Conjugal visits. Conjugal visits.
Well, why her conjugal? Maybe
conjugal visits. She's more attractive to her. Her body is conjugal visits. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not knowing the answer before. Conjugal visits. Conjugal visit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like it's not gonna change.
Conjugal
anything.
Visits.
It's not gonna. You didn't win. It was just. Conjugal I feel like visits. It was out of convenience.
Conjugal visits.
My
bad. I wasn't thinking.
I just told a friend this, like, a man will go through a lot of hoops and shit to get pussy. Cause I had a friend and the dude ghosted her the day before Valentine's Day, and he had just had sex with her. Like, and it's just like, and not to say that she was naive, but she was, kind of waiting and trying to make sure this was the right guy before she had sex. And that's why I say it doesn't matter. Like, he's going to do whatever he's going to do.
Right. Absolutely. So, I mean, I can't tell a woman what to do with her vagina. She, but he's going to do what she, so whether you wait or whether you go fast, you still going to get done the way he feel he needs to be done with.
All right. Those are my questions.
Okay. And I asked you my questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
about
right.
it.
That's the show.
That's another show.
All right.
Make sure you go check out Thousand Body Podcast before you watch this so you get the backstory on what we're talking about. Also, check out what's this
Live in the
comments with King Gerald Jones, where I answer all the questions on this about this podcast and my Thousand Body Podcast. That's it.
That's it. All right. See you
See you
next
guys
time.
next time.